What's going on, peoples? Louis CC, the research at the Fitnesspog. However you know me, coming at you today. And on today's episode of POG Vlogs, we have a special New Year's edition just for you guys. First thing I have to say to you guys is Happy New Year's. I mean, we made it through another year, 2018. I had a lot of ups and downs that year. 2018, honestly, was a really rough year for me, both physically and mentally. I dealt with a lot this year. Past year. This year I haven't dealt with anything yet, just had work earlier today. But still, I dealt with a lot last year, and I just wanted to kind of talk on that a little bit and kind of go over what my goals are for this year. And basically just what's going on with me. So as some of you guys know, I went through it wasn't a rough breakup, but it was a breakup that hit me harder than I guess I expected it to. Not so much that I didn't expect it not to hurt if we ever were to break up. I just didn't expect the breakup to happen. It was something that I kind of saw it coming, but it still caught me blindsided. And honestly, that rattled me a lot this year. I really tried to suppress it. I really tried to keep it down. But the problem is because of how close we were and how long we were together, it was really hard to, because every time somebody saw me, because when I was with her, it was me and her together. So from then on, anytime somebody saw me, they asked about her. So even if I wasn't thinking about her, somebody would bring her up. It didn't matter. Phone call, they would ask me how she's doing. Person, they would ask me how she's doing. We're broken up or whatever. They'd see me hanging out with some other girl, and they would ask me, well, what is that girl gonna think about it? And really, I try to be tough about it. I try to be big about it. I mean, we broke up on good terms. It wasn't like it was a bad breakup. It's not like she cheated on me or I cheated on her or anything like that. You know, it was just a time that we hit a point to where we just need to separate, and that's fine. I wish her the best. I wish everything. I have no ill will against her. But you know, I try to be tough, you know, trying to be a Marine and stuff. So when people would say oh, what would she think about it? My response to that would be well, I mean, if she wanted to say anything, she never would have broken up with me. But, you know, I did a pretty good job of not thinking about her. It's just like I said. And a lot of the times, those people that were closest to me were the ones that kept bringing her up over and over and over and over. They'd want to talk about me and her. You guys gonna get back together? How do you feel about the breakup? And it's kind of like one of those things where I was just you know, leave it alone. Just let it be. Don't let me think about it. And that really rattled me a lot last year. What I was happy about, though, is even though I went through all that, I was able to stay on top of my grades. I was able to maintain a 4.0 for the year. So I was happy about that. I was excited and ecstatic for that. So I made the dean's list. But yeah, again, like I said, it was really tough on me. And I had my highs and lows last year. For instance, some of the highs is I met a lot of new people last year. I made a lot of new friends. I was a lot more active with the sports and fitness club at school. I created some bonds, a lot tighter bonds with the professor and some of the other students that were in that group with me. Just, like I said, meet new friends, trying to go out a little more. Only issue is, while doing that, I was doing this a little more. And that affected this a little more. But at first it wasn't affecting me because, you know, I was on top of it. Even though I was doing a little bit of this, which I'm doing right now, but I was still going to the gym. I was being consistent. I was getting up early, doing my 45 minutes of cardio on my little bike that I have in my room. I was going to the gym at least 4 times a week, 4 or 5 times a week, sometimes up to 6 times a week. I was staying on top of it. I was getting close to my goal of 170. I got down to 182 was the closest that I got to it. And then it's when I really hit my low. I noticed I started being really depressed, and I started to do this a lot more, but it wasn't just going out. I found myself, I would go out to a bar or something, sit by myself just to drink. I wouldn't socialize with anybody. I wouldn't talk to anybody. I was kind of in a dark place. I would sit at home and I would just drink. I wouldn't even watch Netflix or play video games or anything. I would just sit at home and drink. and I would think, and I was in a really dark place, and I hit a point in my life to where not too many people know about this. I mean, the only people I really told about this was I told my cousin, two of my closest cousins, I told my parents, and a couple of really close friends that I have, that I was having a lot of suicidal thoughts. And it was one of those things like, really? Me, happy-go-lucky Lewis, you know, the one that's always there for people and stuff like that? Yeah, I was having a lot of suicidal thoughts, and it was really hitting me. Where it really hit me was about maybe a few days after Thanksgiving. I was in the gym, I was lifting weights, and I don't know what came over me. I was normally like in the gym when I lift, even though I really hate lifting weights, I'm able to distract myself from the world. I'm able to not think about anything. I'm just thinking about lifting weights, lifting as much as I can, doing it as fast as possible so I can get out of here. But this day, for some reason, the weights weren't helping. As I lifted more, as I lifted heavier, I started feeling more suffocated. Oh, excuse me. I started feeling more depressed. I started feeling more down. And I really hit that dark spot. And in the middle of the gym, I started having those suicidal thoughts. Now, one thing that I know about myself, I've had suicidal thoughts before. I've thought about it. I mean, I've actually sat there before and I've planned the whole thing of how I would do it. And I know that I would never actually go through it, but it really bothered me that I was having these thoughts. And so I decided to go seek help. I decided to go see one of the school counselors. I decided to sit down and talk with him. One thing that I noticed is I had a school assignment. It's an assignment that I've done before too, because I've had this teacher in the past. And the last time I did the assignment, it's like supposed to be like 6 pages long. And I went through, put in some answers that people expected to hear on it. It's kind of like a self-evaluation thing of like what you can do to make yourself, to improve your lifestyle, like of healthy living and stuff like that. And this time I decided, you know what, I'm actually going to answer this honestly. And instead of it being 6 pages, it turned out to be like 14 pages because I answered it honestly. I was breaking every little thing down of like what I can do to get myself into a better position, both physically and mentally. And by doing that, I realized one thing about myself is I wasn't sure what I was doing in life. Like, I wasn't sure why I would do things. Like, I went back to school to further my education, to put myself into a better position later on. Hopefully one day meet someone to have a family, maybe have kids, and, you know, live happily ever after type of thing. But that wasn't for me. As you just heard right there, my reasoning for that was to have a better life for family and possibly kids. It wasn't for me, it wasn't to further myself. It was also because my mom was pressuring me and I felt like I was doing it for my parents. I wasn't doing it for me. And it was something that I realized my entire life. I've always done this. I've never really done anything for me. Every single time I've done something, it's always been for somebody else. Even my last relationship, who I was extremely happy with, I look back and I think about it, everything was about making her happy. I wasn't concerned about myself being happy. I wasn't concerned about what makes Lewis happy. I was concerned about what made her happy. And I put off a lot of things that, in a sense, I kind of hurt some relationships. I know I hurt my little sister with that, because with that relationship I was neglecting my little sister. I should have been giving her more time. And I enjoy spending time with my sister. I have a really close relationship with my sister, but I noticed it took a little bit of it took kind of a hit with my sister on our relationship, because, you know, I loved my little sister to death. She's like my everything. But everything I was doing was to make this girl happy. I would spend all my time with her. I would go out of my way to support her. I mean, she was crying because she'd be stressed out from nursing school or something like that. I put my life on pause. I put everything off to the side to make sure she was okay. I would call off of work to drive her to school because she stayed up all night studying, and I didn't want her to drive to school like that. I didn't want her to possibly get hurt or anything like that. Like, I did everything I could to try and make her happy, but at the same time, I wasn't taking care of myself. Everything was just for her. And although some people might hear that and be like, a lot of people looked at it, they're like, Lewis, I mean, you were an amazing boyfriend to her. I was, but the problem with that is because I wasn't loving myself, I still had a wall up with her. Didn't matter how close we were, didn't matter how much I cared about her, I still had a wall up with her. I could talk to her about anything in the world, but the second she sat there and asked me, how are you feeling? My wall went straight up. I'm good. How are you doing today? I'm fine. Lewis, are you okay? What are you going through? I'm good. Just, just working, doing my stuff, school, Marine Corps, all that stuff. And like, I would always answer that question the same way. Like, people would always ask me, how are you doing? And my response was always, outstanding. How about yourself? Living the dream one day at a time. Or, I'm doing good. I'm going to school, working out, trying to work out, going out every now and then, just trying to stay on top of working, got the Marine Corps, kind of busy with life. But I always told them what I was doing. I never told them how I was doing. And because I was doing that, I realized I was always doing things for other people. I wasn't doing anything for Lewis. Which brings me to my first New Year's resolution this year. I'm going to learn to love myself. It doesn't matter how much I care about other people, how much I want to help other people and all that stuff. If I don't truly love myself, I really can't put myself out there to go completely out of my way to help other people. If I'm not in the spots where I can help myself, how can I really expect to help other people? I noticed I was doing a lot of trying to help other people to kind of avoid my thoughts and where I was sitting at. I did it so I didn't have to worry about myself. And I always felt like it was selfish to worry about myself. But sitting with that therapist really helped me, or counselor, he really helped me. Like, he helped me a lot, and like, he kind of told me, like, look, man, like, he was giving me a lot of different metaphors and stuff like that. He's like, kind of look at it this way, like, you're in the Marine Corps, and if your body's not strong, you can't do your job. You gotta look at yourself mentally that way. If you're not mentally strong, you can't help other people, because eventually all that stress and all that negative energy, everyone just dumping all their trash on you constantly and constantly and constantly, it's just going to mourn on you more. It's going to get heavier and heavier and heavier and heavier and heavier. And I don't give myself a release to be able to, dump my stuff off a little bit. Maybe not onto somebody particularly, but, at least dump it off at the dump. Because I wasn't even doing that. I wasn't even dumping it off at the dump. I was just keeping it to myself and holding it on my back. So that's my biggest goal this year. Learn to love myself. And that way I can truly put forward towards relationships I honestly want. Like, relationships that I want to thrive with and strengthen and spend time with. Like, I'm one of my goals, another goal of mine is spend more time with my little sister. Like, she's not little anymore, she's not a baby, but she's my baby sister. She's always going to be my baby sister, and that's one of my biggest goals too. Another thing is, I gotta get to it and stick to it. I gotta find somebody out there that's gonna be like, you work out today, bro? I need someone to do that for me. Kind of help me out with that. But I know I got the discipline for it. And I know if you guys follow me on Instagram, you guys have seen a quote that I've said before. I don't know if I've made it up. I never heard it from anybody else, so it may not be original, but it came in my head one day. It was something where there was that phrase where I said, like, if you have the discipline to do what you hate, you'll have the discipline to do what you love. And you guys have heard me say numerous times, I hate lifting weights, I hate working out. But I know it's something that I need to do to strengthen my body, get myself into a better position. So that's another thing. 170 will happen in 2019. There's no excuses anymore. I've been going at it for 2 years. I get close and then I fall off. I get close and then I fall off. No more falling off. I'm hitting 170 this year. I don't care how long it takes me. I don't care if it happens on December 31st where I'm 170.9. I will be at 170 this year. I can promise you guys that. Another thing too is I want to say a little pat on my back. As of today, January 1st, I'm no longer U.S. government property anymore. I'm officially a civilian once again. My contract expired yesterday, December 31st, 2018, so I'm out of the Marine Corps, guys. I'm officially a veteran. Makes me feel even older than I already feel with my two bad knees, my bad back, and all that stuff, because veteran's kind of an old. It's kind of an old word. Veteran's kind of an old word, but I'm a veteran now, and I'm happy for that. I just want to throw a special shout out and thank you to all those people that I served with, everybody that I met in the Marine Corps. You guys were a big part of my life. You guys were a huge part of my life. I spent a lot of time with you guys. I mean, going to different places around the world. I mean, just that brotherhood that I had with those people, and that bond and friendship. And like some of those people is like, yeah, we got to keep talking, and then once you leave, you never see them anymore. It's kind of like high school type of thing. Like, yeah, we're gonna talk forever. You talk for like a week, and then you never talk to them again. But I know through the Marine Corps there are some lifelong friendships that I made in there. I mean, I had one of my buddies, Kosi Rich. I'll put a tag for him right here. Like I'll put a little link for him so you guys can go check out his YouTube channel. He's great. He does great vlogs and stuff in there. If you want to see what my birthday was like, I'll be sure to put a link up there for that video, to be able to go to his channel to watch the video, because he came down all the way from San Diego to celebrate my 30th birthday with me. That's right, I'm 30. I'm old. But yeah, he came out to celebrate my birthday with me all the way from San Diego. He did a great vlog about it. I freaking love it. I shared it. I was telling other people to watch it and stuff. But I'll be sure to put a link on that. Make sure you go check him out. Give him go subscribe to him. Give him some likes, comment on it. Let him know that he's awesome, because he's not just awesome to me and awesome on a YouTube channel, but I mean, he's just an awesome guy overall. He's a great father. He really cares about his daughter, and like, I love that guy to death. He's amazing. But yeah, I have a bunch of friends out there. Like, not a bunch, but like, I made some lifelong friends through the Marine Corps, and I mean, I know I had a lot of bitches, complaints, and moans and groans about it, but for every bad time that I went through in the Marine Corps, I had 10 good times. And at the end of the day, I may say I hated it. I hated the Marine Corps. I may have said, I'm saying now, I'm happy to be out. I ain't got no more obligations on that. I'm done. I can finally try and grow this out a little bit. Although I feel like I look kind of weird with it out. Like, it's kind of getting itchy because it's getting a little long, and I'm tempted to grab that razor and shave it, but I want to see how long I can go before I cut it off. Because I know eventually, for life, I'm going to be getting that high and tight stupid haircut with the clean shave. I know I'm going to be doing, or at least keep somewhat of like a 5 o'clock shadow, not letting it grow too long. Keep it maintained type of thing. Shoot, I even got sidetracked right there. I don't even remember what I was talking about. Oh yes, friendships. But yeah, made lifelong friendships to the Marine Corps, and at the end of the day, if I had to do it all over again, I would do it in a heartbeat, because I love all you guys that I served with, even the people I couldn't stand. I love you too. You guys are amazing. So that's part of another thing that I'm doing for myself this year. Having a little more fun with myself. I got weekends available now. I ain't gotta give away those 2 weeks in the summer. I ain't gotta give up that 1 week in a month now. It doesn't sound like a lot, but every single time something came up, it always happened to land on that damn drill weekend. It always happened that way. But I'm happy to have served. I'm happy to have finished. Again, thank everybody that I served with. Thank everybody that's going to serve after me. I mean, if you're willing to write that check up to your life, I mean, you have all the respect in the world for me. Another goal of mine for this year is going to be stay on top of my grades, stay on top of school, like, get closer to graduating. As some of you guys know, I'm trying to go to school, become a physical therapist, hopefully at the end of the day become a physical therapist for the VA, and help those veterans that have served before me, help those people that have served with me, help those people that served at the same time as me, type of thing. Give back to the community that's given me so much and given me so much pride and made me so proud to be a U.S. citizen in here. But yeah, another thing I want to say is, if you have any resolutions this year, or if you had any resolutions last year like I did, getting down to 170, like I said, the closest I got to was like 180, 182. Don't look at it as a failure if you didn't make any of those goals. Just look at it as a learning experience. Sit down, sit back, think on it, calibrate everything. What did you do that was good? What did you do that you could improve on? And from there, set your new goals and smash those goals. I know you can do it. You have me here. I mean, you got I'll put up right here. You got my Snapchat. Bam. Another thing you're going to have right here, you got my Instagram. Bam. You got my personal Instagram right here. Bam. And then you got my Twitter. Bam. But yeah, you got all of them right here, right now. Bam. That's right. I mean, reach out to me any way that you can. If you just need someone to talk to, say hi, or hey man, you got something that can motivate me to get my ass to the gym today, or you got something that can motivate me, or you got a good workout I could try, or anything about supplements, anything like that, whatever it is, you just want to say hi, see how I'm doing physically or see how I'm doing mentally. You want to check on me because I just told you, I mean, I've been suicidal. I've been talking to friends and stuff, though. I've been talking to that counselor, and it's helped me a lot. I've noticed that those thoughts have dropped down quite a bit for me. But yeah, I mean, if you just want to talk to me about life, that's fine. You want to ask me about Trinity, you want to meet up and hang out with Trinity, my little girl. She's my baby, she's my little girl, but my husky, my dog. You want to hang out with her, that's cool too. Like, just let me know. We can link up, we can talk, FaceTime, call me on the phone, whatever you need, let me know. Because although I did say I need to learn how to love myself more, I enjoy helping people. I love laughing, I love smiling, I love making other people smile. Which is weird because I hate people, I prefer to be by myself. But at the same time, if I am going to be around people, I want them smiling and having a good time. Another resolution I have for myself this year is I'm going to be putting out a lot more videos this year because I have some really loyal subscribers that they be asking me like, hey man, when's your next video going to come out? Hey man, you haven't posted in a while, what's going on? So for those guys, I'm going to do my best to try and upload some more videos. Make sure to stay on top of it a little better. I'm going to be live streaming on Twitch. I'm going to be doing, I'm going to try and get you guys more involved in my life so you guys can see what's going on in my life a little more. I'm going to try and remember to stay on top of that so that way you guys can see what's going on with me, for those of you that actually care, all three of you that actually watch my video. But yeah, 2019, this is going to be a really good year, not just for me, but for everybody. I feel it. It's good vibes going out there. I just want everyone to be successful. I want everyone to smash their goals. I want everyone's dreams to come true this year. I want everyone to have a great year and just flourish. Like, that's what I want. Like, not just me. Of course, I want me. I want to flourish too. I want all my goals and dreams to come true as well for me, or accomplish them. But I want them for everybody. And I just wanted you guys to know that I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch these videos. Do me a favor, if this touched you in any kind of way that it made you feel compelled to just keep watching it, because I know this is kind of a long video, hit that subscribe button, leave me a like, leave me a comment below of what your New Year's resolutions are, what you think about mine, or just any words you want to send my way. You want to fucking bag on me, make fun of me or whatever, any ideas of videos for me to do later on in this year, or just anything that you feel would be good. Just words that you think I should hear or anything like that, let me know. Just know that I love all you guys. I appreciate all you guys. You guys are amazing. And just until next time, and I haven't said it once, but Happy New Year's. And again, until next time, this Fitnesspog out. Latest.